what a night it was here in the Impact Arena. Absolutely unbelievable action up and down the card. And gentlemen, I just want to talk about some of this because so much action went on. We started off with the Tag Team Championship match, chairs match, Big Business able to retain. I'm sure that you're extremely ecstatic about that being the number one.
That is true. I tell you what, I said at the very beginning that, Big Business is from a town called Straight Off a Sucker's Ass, and they making them homesick. I said at the very beginning of the whole thing, and that set the tone right there. Big Business did exactly what they always do, that's take care of business. Because when Big Business goes up, you going down. That's right, DA. Yeah, you mouthed it. I saw you mouth it.
No. Truth of the matter is, Big Business didn't need the chairs at all. They came in with a battle plan. They're the biggest tag team in the industry today, and the old school suckers, they tried. This would have been an awesome chance for them to truly legitimize themselves by winning the tag team championship. They just came up a little bit short. Great opening match, though.
Well, really, fans, I give it up to all four men because it was a truly amazing matchup. The things we saw, Brian Cruz laying on that pile of chairs. Randy Price with a frog splash onto the pile of chairs. All four men absolutely put their bodies on the line in this matchup. And in the end, Big Business was successful, but man, it was just a matter of inches. The old school suckers, they were that close to being tag team champions. And then we completely switched gears. We had Copycat and Cody Jones. And what a different kind of matchup this was. A great technical matchup, very well executed. It was really a good change of pace.
I'll tell you this about, Cody Jones. I call him a mama's boy all the time, but you know what? He always comes to the show. He's always prepared for the show. He's a great professional wrestler. And Copycat, I didn't expect much from him. When I looked at him, I didn't expect nothing out of him. And every time he shows up, man, he just impresses me. Everything he does just impresses me. Just keeps growing and growing. But hats off to both of them, man. I thought they did a great job tonight.
Two up-and-comers here in IZW. Obviously, Copycat, the lesser known of the two. Cody Jones, second generation, with the massive pedigree behind him. This was a proving ground for both of them, and Copycat proved that he is here to make an impact in IZW.
Well, it really was kind of a metaphor for the night. Two hungry superstars trying to make their mark here, and in the end, Copycat picking up the victory, but both men extremely impressive in that matchup, and really I look forward to seeing a whole lot more from these two superstars. And we had our Impact Division title match, a little different twist on it. We thought we were going to see Greatness Rage Logan, but apparently not showing up here in the arena. Damian Morte issued the challenge. Jordan Jacobs got his rematch he'd always hoped for, and certainly it's hard for two men to prepare for a tables match, but then to have your opponent switched on you like that and be thrown in it. But they both did a very excellent job.
The match was really good. Jordan came in, he had the opportunity where he laid it out to everybody. Jordan was the first one in line. That's just Jordan is always doing that. It never ceases to amaze me how Jordan steps up to the plate every time there's opportunity there. I am very disappointed. I bit my tongue early on, and I kind of knew something was going on as far as with Rage not coming. But I was hoping for the best because this was the biggest pay-per-view in IZW's history. There was a lot of it on the line. I'm a little disappointed in how that turned out. There was a personal match for me. Just knowing them both so well. I wish I could have seen that match. But again, hats off to Jordan. And, hats off to the Impact Division champion, Damian Morte, man. He came out and he shined.
Well, like Mikhail, I too was really looking forward to Morte and Rage, and I was very disappointed not to be able to see that match. But Jordan Jacobs came out. He gave it everything that he could. Damian Morte, though, the man is just so resilient. He is so willing to take extreme chances. And that sickening thud of Jordan Jacobs going through the table and hitting the platform as the match finished up, that right there summed up the type of match that you were going to be dealing with here, this tables match for the Impact Division Championship.
Well, fans, for a man who certainly was not prepared to be in a tables matchup when the night started, Jordan Jacobs certainly held his own, and he showed really how much that Impact Division title means to him and how much he wants it back. And it really was a great matchup, but it all boils down to the fact that Damian Morte, Jordan Jacobs played right into what he wanted. Damian Morte wanted to put someone through a table, be it Rage Logan, be it Jordan Jacobs. It didn't matter. In the end, Damian Morte still Impact Division champion and still absolutely as thick and twisted as he's ever been. And then we went to Kyle Machine Gun Kelly, and O'Malley. And what we expected, a slugfest. Just two big guys just slugging it out with each other, and it certainly did not disappoint at all.
You know, everything they did was high impact, man. Just a straight punching and just slamming each other, man. It was just a lot of impact. There was a lot of weight behind them two guys, man. And hats off to Kyle Kelly, man. He stood up. I mean, like I said, it's become cliche here. When a young guy comes in, the first thing they say is, I want to make an impact. And then what does he do? He goes after the first ever IZW World Heavyweight Champion, O'Malley. And O'Malley, man, he comes every time. He brings it. And he don't care if he wins or loses, just as long as he's walking out and the dude's laid out. That's his memo. That's what he does, man. And that's exactly what we got. I was very surprised by Kira Maya showing up at the end. I didn't think that was real called for. But you know what? They do what they want to do, man. She's one chick not to be messing with, man. You know, that's the woman scorned, and she's very mad, man. She has that convict who just lays people out too. So it's just, I didn't really think it was needed at the time. They both took a lot on each other, but. You know, it is what it is, man. I can't control nobody around here.
It wasn't pretty. It was absolutely two big men wailing the tar out of each other. But it was a proving ground, another proving ground, much like the Cody Jones copycat match for Kyle Kelly. He didn't back down. He didn't show fear. He did everything that he could in order to try and show that he is here to be just as much at the level that John O'Malley was. The two of them are very similar to each other, just at different stages of the career. And I think that if Kelly can continue to show that type of fire, that type of intensity, he's got a good future here. Now, the Convict, you know, this is my first opportunity to see Kira Maya and really to see the Convict. There's a lot unknown about him. I don't know what to predict in terms of what it's going to mean for him and what his influence is going to have over Kyle Kelly.
Well, really, it was everything we expected it was going to be. It was two big guys just beating the heck out of each other. In the end, out of nowhere, the brass knuckles. I mean, you expect the brass knuckles in an O'Malley matchup, but it's just out of thin air. He pulls the brass knuckles out, and he gets the victory, which is something we haven't seen from O'Malley in a long time. Normally, he just knocks somebody out and walks away, but actually picking up the victory here tonight. And Kira Maya, the Convict, man, I don't even know where to begin with that. I don't know what's going through her mind. I don't know what the story is behind the Convict. And frankly, I'm scared to go ask. So we're just going to have to see exactly what's going to happen next. And talk about what's happening next. I don't think we're done with Bobby Starr, the Brass Bull, and the Canadian Red Devil. Bobby Starr coming out here with face paint and his scepter, just wow. I mean, what you know Bobby Starr. Tell us about Bobby Starr.
Man, I will tell you what. I talk about the Brass Bull, and it makes me smile, man. He's coming into his own. He's walking more godly like. I tell you what, this was the time to shine for the Brass Bull to show that he was truly worth everything that the Bronze Bull Aaron Neal's been putting into him, all the time, the effort. You know, as the protege. Brass Bull has stepped up like no other. He came away with a victory tonight, man. You can't say enough about Bobby Starr right now, man. He's on a high note right now.
I think it was a great opportunity for the Canadian Red Devil to show his skills in front of a worldwide audience. Obviously, he didn't come out with the win, but nonetheless, I think that people who got the chance to see him and who have been able to see him over the past month here in IZW know that he's a force to be reckoned with. Bobby Starr, you know. Honestly, you look at the guy, you watch his promos, and he comes across like he's a goof, but you can't not take him seriously. He gets the job done. He got the job done tonight, and I seriously want to know what was in that bottle, that brass water, whatever it is. There's something dangerous in there, and that's something that his future opponents are going to have to watch out for.
Well, certainly, as I said, I'm sure we haven't seen the last of these two men. Really, it was a great showing for both of them. Say what you want about Bobby Starr, you know, the behavior, the talking to the gods and all that stuff. Bobby Starr, very impressive here tonight, and has been very impressive lately, showing kind of the streak that his mentor, the Bronze Bull Aaron Neal, has instilled in him. And I really don't think that we're done with Bobby Starr and the Canadian Red Devil. And something I hope that we're definitely not done with. TLC for the World Heavyweight Championship. It certainly did not disappoint. We've talked about it for a long time now. We've talked about Double D getting his shot at the Heavyweight Championship, Jermaine Johnson getting his shot at the Heavyweight Championship, and in the end, what a huge night. What a groundbreaking moment it was for Double D, this young superstar, able to finally, really, I mean, let's say what it was. Tonight was Double D's coming out party.
You know, I agree with you there. You know, hats off to the former champion, a good friend of mine, the Bronze Bull Aaron Neal. The cards were stacked against him. I mean, he came in, he was the heavyweight champion of the world, but yet he was going against two guys who were friends. You know, and they took their liberties with him, man. He wasn't triumphant tonight, but the cards were stacked against him, like I said. You know, but he'll be back, man. That's no thing. But, you know, I was really concerned, though, for a while, though. Jermaine Johnson went crazy, man, and nobody was safe. Venus took a power bomb through the table. Erica got chairs, ladders thrown at him. If anybody was going to win, I started to think Jermaine Johnson was going to win. I just, you know, y'all kept saying he was undefeated in the TLC match, and I could definitely see why, because he took it to Double D, just like it was Aaron Neal, and I was impressed with that. But again, you know, Double D came out, man. He did it. I'm very shocked with everything going on between him and Erica. It's a lot for Impact Elite to think about now, man. This is, I'm concerned about how our meetings are going to go from this point forward. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen yet. Maybe Double D comes to his senses and joins us, hands back the belt to the rightful champion. You know, he really should do that.
You're insane.
Match of the year candidate, absolutely. All three men put their bodies on the line. I said up front that I thought the D was not going to be focused enough, that there was too much distraction with Erica, with the feelings with Erica, and with the potential influence of Impact Elite was there. I said that Jermaine Johnson walked in with the record behind him, and I thought for sure he was going to walk out, once again, heavyweight champion. I was wrong, and I'll say that with D ascending that ladder and listening to the crowd, watch him climb up and achieve his dream of being heavyweight champion of the world. It was an amazing moment. There's no denying that Double D is the future of this business, and he now holds the heavyweight championship and can demonstrate to everyone that he is the best there is going in IZW and possibly the world. This match, there's so many specific spots I could talk about on the match, but I'd have to spend another 15 minutes doing it because there's just amazing, all the things that happened there.
Fans, it truly was a special night, the electricity that was in this building, jam-packed, to hear the crowd just scream for Jermaine Johnson, scream for Double D, and you know what? Yeah, Venus went through a table, but she shouldn't have got involved in the matchup. And Erica, Madam Commissioner Erica, I think she finally got her stamp. She finally got her she wants this answer from Double D. Double D said, look, this is my answer, and it's a defacer. So now Double D is first time holding the heavyweight championship. This crowd in the arena chanting first time champ. It was a moment that I will never forget. It was so excited to be a part of. And now the world knows what I've been able to sit here and watch for the past 3 years and see the superstar that Double D has become. So exciting. What a great match. Certainly, as you said, match of the year candidate and match of the year leader right now. I mean, I don't know how we're going to possibly top this, but I certainly know that it's not done between these three men. It was an absolute amazing night, fans. Thank you for all the fans that joined us here, that packed the arena, all the fans that watch us on GFL.TV. For myself, Big DA, the #1, Sean McHale, and CM Burnham, that's been Redemption. Thank you for being a part of it.